So let's move to the final story, Trey, which is Dabo's big mouth. So Dabo Sweeney, rather infamously, ranked Ohio State 11th in his coaching poll because he said they hadn't played enough games. Ohio State went on to destroy Clemson in the Sugar Bowl, 49-28. So Trey, you're a huge college football fan. What are your thoughts on Dabo's justification for ranking Ohio State so low? And do the Buckeyes stand a chance against Alabama in the championship game?
So I think his comments are a little overrated for how much impact it had. Obviously, the outcome would maybe say something different. Now, I think he did that and said that because if I'm Clemson and I'm him, I basically think that I'm indestructible. Like as long as Trevor Lawrence is healthy, and Ohio State had not looked that good through. They hadn't looked as good as they looked against Clemson through their whatever 6 games it was that they played, but they hadn't been fully healthy. They hadn't had their full arsenal. Now, as a coach and as a player, you have to know you don't need to give any bulletin board material to the other team. You know that Ohio State had that plaster all over their locker room, and it just gives you extra incentive, which you don't need. So it certainly wasn't the smart thing to do. Now, I think Ohio State is really good. I think they're way better than what everybody thought they were throughout the regular season because they did have some struggles. They struggled with Indiana and with a couple of other teams, but I think they're full strength. So I think they played a great game. I think Justin Fields he had 6 touchdowns. I think that's a better game than anybody expected him to play. I mean, so much to where people are talking about his draft stock, like, should he be drafted ahead of Lawrence? And Lawrence didn't play that good of a game. So that's my take on that. Do I think they have a chance against Alabama? I do. I think Alabama actually has, which they didn't show up much against Notre Dame, but Notre Dame is still running a 1982 offense. I do think they have some issues on defense. Florida was able to put up a significant amount of points in the 30s or 40s against Alabama. If Ohio State comes out and plays like that and Justin Fields plays like that, when you can score points, it's going to put a lot of pressure on the other team and it can force them into mistakes. So I do think they have a chance. I think the line right now is Alabama -8. I would take the points at this point in time, and I would take the 8 and take my chances with that.
All right. All right, Trey. So let's talk about playoff football.